Hey everybody, I was just sitting here reading Romans and I came across this and I thought I'd share it with you today. I'm at the end of the book of Romans. I'm in chapter 15 and this is basically Paul's plans, what he's saying he's going to do after he leaves them. And we get to this one area here and he says, "First, however, I must take a present of money to the saints in Jerusalem, since Macedonia and Achaia have decided to send a generous contribution to the poor among the saints at Jerusalem." The saints at Jerusalem, he's referring to the apostles who were in Jerusalem, and the poor among them, the materialistically poor, their temporal possessions, they're poor people among the apostles in Jerusalem. He goes on to say, "A generous contribution, as it should be, since it is really repaying a debt. The pagans, who would basically have been us, who, were not Jewish, the pagans who share the spiritual possessions of these poor, have a duty to help them with temporal possessions." So what they're saying here is the non-Jews who believe in Jesus share the same spiritual possession that the Jews who do believe in Jesus have. We share the same, we possess the same Spirit, Holy Spirit. We possess the same Spirit. And we have a duty to help the poor with their temporal possessions. So in today, for today in the world, the way we live now is whoever we share that same Spirit with, other Christians, we share possession of the same Holy Spirit. And if we have more, it is our duty to help those who don't have. If you're financially able to, instead of going out and spending money on something that you don't really need, you just want, but you don't need it, take that money and give it to somebody who maybe can't afford to pay a doctor bill, or can't afford to pay the electric bill, or can't afford to get their medication, something that they need, but they can't actually afford it. And that's not to say that you have to pay the whole bill, but maybe you could give them money towards something that they actually need, instead of spending it on something that you really don't need. It's just something that you want. I think if we all lived this way, it would be such a better world. This is what this means to me. Why don't you tell me what you think this means to you? And I'll read it for you one more time. He's talking about the contribution, and he says, "A generous contribution, as it should be, since it is really paying a debt. The pagans who share the spiritual possessions of these poor people have a duty to help them with temporal possessions." Does that mean the same thing to you that it means to me, that we need to help those Christians who share the same Spirit as we do, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit? We need to help them, the less fortunate than us. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.